Agent Romanov. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Film Artsy, your number one source for all things films and movies. My name is Elijah, and over the period of my time on this channel and the Film Artsy team, we've taken a look at a ton of different characters and great moments from the Marvel Cinematic Universe, kind of leading up to where we're going with Avengers 4, which is coming out in less than a year, and we're really getting excited. That being said, there's still a lot of mystery surrounding the next Avengers movie. We don't even have an official title just yet. So we decided today it would be an interesting video to talk about the 5 biggest things that we expect to happen in Avengers 4, or whatever they end up calling it. Let's go ahead and get into it. First up, there's going to be a major plot surrounding either time travel or multiverses. We kind of see these hints along the way from Ant-Man, and then heavily in Ant-Man and the Wasp when they enter the quantum realm, and there's tons of sections where discussion about avoiding certain things that involve time, and also we've heard that in the quantum realm, time and space are irrelevant. And considering Thanos has the Infinity Gauntlet, which gives him the ability of time and space, going to a place where 2 of his major powers don't work might be part of the way that they try to defeat Thanos. And maybe time travel is how they decide to overcome it. We don't know exactly how this is going to play a role. Maybe the Avengers have to go and collect 5 of their own version of Infinity Stones, or find some sort of counters to each of those stones. But we do know that for some reason the quantum realm exists, and there is going to be a major play with time and space involved, and it's going to be pretty interesting. Next up, we expect some major callbacks. If this truly is the finale for many of these characters, as we don't know for certain who's staying and who's going, we can still acknowledge that there definitely is going to be some major callbacks to some of the earlier Avenger movies, maybe even earlier general character movies like the first Iron Man or the first Captain America movie. We don't really know because we don't know necessarily who's for sure staying and who's for sure going. Of course, actors like to mislead and lead people to believe one thing or another. However, if this truly is the end for characters like Captain America and Iron Man, we definitely think that there will be some major callbacks to these characters. Maybe Captain America goes back in time as his farewell, or maybe Tony Stark has to make some sort of major sacrifice. We don't know what's going to happen, but whatever's going to happen, there's definitely going to be some callbacks. We might see some major callbacks to the first Avenger movie even, which would be really cool to see. Next up, we expect to see a major emphasis, or at least an underlining tone, on the future of the MCU. While this definitely is the bookend of what the MCU has been so far, it's also going to be the turning point. They have to continue the MCU after these events, so it's not going to be an end-all finale. So we expect to see something along the lines of, while the story is climaxing and reaching its end and concluding, there's going to be this ongoing issue and storyline that's going to lead and set up several movies afterwards. It's kind of the way that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has always worked. If you look back at the first Avenger, that was kind of the completion of a bunch of individual movies. But while that movie kind of put a bookend at bringing all these characters together, it set up a ton of potential for future movies afterwards. And that was really interesting. Next, I wouldn't be too surprised to see a new character, or maybe even a couple new characters introduced. While Avengers Infinity War didn't really introduce a lot of new characters or new heroes, that was mostly because the space of characters was so crowded. There were so many characters that all needed their own individual spotlight, and it worked really well. However, with the ending of Infinity War, there's going to be more room to explore a couple extra cast members, and while we're going to see some characters return like Ant-Man and Hawkeye, I wouldn't be too surprised to see a few new faces or maybe even a new hero added in there. It wouldn't be the first time they added heroes in an Avenger movie. They did it kind of with reintroducing the Hulk in the first Avengers movie because they changed the actors on that. And in the second Avengers movie, we had the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, and they introduced Ultron as a villain, so it wouldn't be too crazy to see a character kind of thrown in there and introduced that's going to have Marvel in the future. We also might see some characters changing what type of superhero they are or what their superhero identity is. We wouldn't be too surprised if one of the major characters dies or gets written off. If, say, Captain America dies or gets written off, we might see someone like Bucky or someone like Sam take on the reins of Captain America. Not saying that's the exact case that's going to happen, but we might see a character become someone else. Maybe Hawkeye takes on a new identity, but that's one of the major predictions that we have. And finally, the most important thing is that this story is going to conclude on a very bittersweet note. While Avengers Infinity War ended on a very, very somber tone, this next film will probably have that same emotion. That's what we're predicting. We're predicting a lot of people are going to be heartbroken at the end, but also have this really, really good silver lining that's not only going to make up for the heartbreak and make people appreciate the film for what it is, but also set up the stage for whatever movies come in the future. But those are just our predictions. What do you think you are going to see in Avengers 4? Let us know in the comment section down below. I've really enjoyed making these videos. I hope you guys liked watching them. Be sure to subscribe and turn notifications on for more videos, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.